Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to HN, and we are doing some of our first on-cam stuff today, so pretty exciting. Please leave your comments down below what you guys think about it. We're really new to it, so don't be too harsh, but definitely please give us some feedback on things we could build on, whether it's lighting, camera quality, audio quality, anything like that, or just other things too, like lower thirds, transitions, that kind of stuff. But getting on to the topic of the video today, we're going to talk about how Tom Holland, the actor playing Spider-Man in the MCU, basically saved the future of Spider-Man with his mediation between Sony and Disney. Now, for those who didn't know, a few weeks ago it came out that Sony and Disney basically were no longer negotiating on the future of Spider-Man in the MCU, effectively meaning that Spider-Man 3, the sequel of Far From Home, would be fully Sony, no MCU, whether it's characters, tie-ins, crossovers, whatever. It was the end of it, which would have been very confusing for a lot of fans, but also really unfortunate for a multitude of reasons. The first reason, obviously, is the connectivity with the MCU has been so great for the character. It'd be really weird if you rip him away now versus in the beginning, because at this point, Aunt May's with Happy Hogan to some, extent. And then also Tony Stark's had a major influence in his life as a hero ever since Civil War. But even beyond that, we've had Nick Fury now have some interaction with Peter Parker. And at this point, it'd just be a real shame if that got taken away. And this is even further, emphasized at this point now that Marvel has characters like Fantastic Four and the X-Men back into the fold, which are two characters I'm pretty sure Spider-Man has crossed over with more than any other group in the Marvel Universe. For example, Marvel has constantly had Spider-Man crossover with the X-Men, obviously due to the character popularities of both Spider-Man and Wolverine, but Spider-Man has done things like taught classes at the X-Mansion, and at the same time he's been either a substitute member of the Fantastic Four or an original member of the Future Foundation. So with those kind of crossovers, obviously the Fantastic Bagman as well comes to mind, with the Fantastic Four being best pals and even roommates for a while, Johnny Storm. It would just be a real shame if we don't get any of that at this point because of basically Spider-Man being taken out by Sony, which is just one of many reasons why it's great Tom Holland intervened the way he did. Now, according to reports, what Tom Holland did was, after seeing social media reactions to the whole Sony-Disney no longer talking kind of situation, he showed both Disney head honcho Bob Iger and Sony head honcho Tom Rothman, who after seeing that were more willing to talk to each other once again. And with the actual deal of it, according to reports, Disney will co-finance, and obviously they're already producing, but they will co-finance 25% of the upcoming Spider-Man 3 film, along with getting 25% equity of the film as well, which obviously is good for Disney pockets, and I think pretty well deserved considering all of what Disney did, which basically, to be honest, Spider-Man Far From Home probably would not have been a billion-dollar movie if it wasn't for the involvement and just connectivity with Disney and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's the first detail we have. And also it turns out another detail is that with Tom Holland's intervention, it seems that Sony and Disney are more willing to work with each other on another extension after Spider-Man 3 in an untitled Marvel movie that Spider-Man will be involved with, which could mean we'll get a Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6, which will definitely be really interesting for fans such as myself, who are really hoping for a Sinister Six movie down the line now that we've seen Vulture, Shocker, Mysterio, and hopefully Kraven and other characters with Spider-Man 3. Now, another reason also it's really great Tom Holland intervened the way he did and effectively saved the Spider-Man character, IP, and franchise is due to previous mismanagement by Sony with Spider-Man. And this goes all the way back to the Tobey Maguire days and the Sam Raimi days with Spider-Man 3. So from all accounts, it appears that Venom originally was not in Sam Raimi's plans, and potentially not even the new Goblin story arc we received. While Sandman was a very natural adaptation, especially the way they did the character, the wrap up, Peter's arc with the whole Uncle Ben stuff, while that seemed fine and definitely well done by the acting and the writing, it definitely seemed like adding characters like Venom the way they did with the black suit and adding in characters like the new Goblin were more kind of forced in there than maybe creatively planned initially by Sam Raimi. And according to Sam Raimi, he says, "I tried to make it work, but it didn't really work. I didn't really believe in all the characters, so I couldn't be hidden from the people who love Spider-Man. If the director doesn't love something, it's wrong of them to make it so when people, view it, other people view it it's not right when so many other people love it. And basically, this executive interference unfortunately resulted in Spider-Man 4 not being created due to Sam Raimi backing out for creative differences, and following him, Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst also backed out as well, which led to the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, which for similar reasons eventually didn't really pan out as planned, as Spider-Man 2, or the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I should say, was supposed to set up this grand universe, including the Sinister Six, maybe a Aunt May spy thriller, Black Cat movie, and potentially more, except obviously once Andrew Garfield was fired by Sony for kind of pissing off the execs and also disagreeing with certain creative decisions, it all just kind of fell through. And this is where I think it's really important that we don't underestimate how important it is that Disney kept creative control over what actually happens in Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man Homecoming, because such creative decisions that were made on the cutting floor by Sony and not Mark Webb and not Sam Raimi was a lot of times the removal of character-centric story moments, and instead they would interject more action scenes or doing things that set up more of the spin-offs that they wanted to make, such as more scenes featuring Aunt May, the little bits here and there we got with, Felicia Hardy basically, and of course stuff featuring the Sinister Six and building up those characters, instead of having the more character-centric moments, which according to Andrew Garfield were really the kind of things that he invested himself into as an actor, and the things that once they were removed made him really jaded to the whole process of being in another Spider-Man film. So with all these said and done, it's really great that Tom Hardy was able to intervene the way he did. I think keeping steady hands such as Kevin Feige and John Watts creatively in control of Spider-Man with the connections to the MCU was probably the best decision for the character's future. Tom Holland basically saved the Spider-Man IP from the cycle of self-destruction Sony Pictures has created over the years, which unfortunately has left some fans jaded until Captain America Civil War. But leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited Spider-Man is back in the MCU, or were you looking forward to maybe a crossover with Venom or another property like that? Leave your thoughts down below, let us know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching our video. If you guys liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and consider filling out the survey in the description below. It's just some stuff for us to find out ways we can better make our content, whether it's the lighting, the camera, the audio, the video, whatever it may be. We want to make the best content possible for you guys here at HN. So just fill out the survey if you have a chance, let us know, put in the comments things we can improve upon. And we hope you guys liked the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys would like to see next time, and we'll see you guys later.